All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy Weed. Today, I figured I would show off some of the pictures I got on the Disney Wish crossing. I have just a ton and ton of photos that I took on it, and I thought it'd be cool to do a live stream where I can show off different angles of the ship um, that I don't think anybody else has shown off yet. From like its crossing. So that's when it got built in Germany. So we flew over to there, and then we got on the ship, and they took it from Germany all the way back to Cape Canaveral, which is where it normally launches from. So that was a cool experience to get to be on that because that's like its first sailing, um, which is funny because then they do a bunch of other like the christening and then like a bunch of media cruises and then like its first official sailing, but that's like its fourth by then. So I just have all these folders here, nothing fancy, of just different areas, and I figured I'd just go through each one. Um, and then yeah, if you have any questions or you want to see anything in particular, maybe I have a picture of it and I can pull that up. Um, yeah, it should be fun for the next hour or so. I don't think it'll take too long to go through all these. There are quite a few duplicates, so I'll try not to show too many of those. Um, I will skip Castaway Key because that's not ship specific stuff, and then I'll go back to that afterward. And I'll start with some of these construction photos. I have more construction photos, but these are just generic ones of areas like I couldn't really group together. I have it grouped by Castaway Key, construction, exterior, general interior. So exteriors like shots from of the ship's exterior. General interiors just non-specific locations. The Germany port where it was when we got on it. The Grand Hall, which is the atrium, the lobby, whatever you want to call it. It's called the Grand Hall on the ship. The outside decks, which is just deck 11, the famous one, deck 4, with the outer ring and stuff. And I have the different restaurants, and then I have a couple stateroom photos with the animals, obviously. So I'll go ahead and start these generic construction photos. Let's see what we have here first. So this is the barber shop, I believe, while it was under construction. So you can see now. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm not a contractor. But yeah, you can see you got some sinks here, some wiring that isn't finished. I suspect a monitor or something goes there. Um, I really don't know what any of this stuff is. But you can see this is all in, it should be German because many of the construction workers were German and the ship was built in Germany. Um, I can't verify that that's German, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Down here you can see this box has a label, WDI Special Effects, Tinkerbell lanterns. There's one of them inside. Yeah, so that's kind of cool to see that stuff. I think it was really interesting because it was a very un-Disney experience in a sense because Disney's normally so polished and everything's so finished, and it was very much not that. It was not polished. It was not finished. It was under construction. This is the Inside Out sweet shop. I think it's called Joyful Sweets. You can see. I honestly don't think that guy's doing anything at the moment, but this was close to its completion. We kind of got to see this get built from beginning to end, which was cool. And it's a really cool space. I have some more pictures of it later on. We got to go in and eat and get ice cream, which was nice. Here's, just more generic construction stuff laying around the ship. You can see they put stuff down to protect the carpets. You can see in this area here, they have stuff to protect the carpets. Um, some more crates, ladders, cables, stuff like that. And this is kind of what it was like being on the ship. It was just stuff like that everywhere. Everywhere you turn, something else would be under construction. So most everything was closed, like all the stuff that normally occupies your time. So there was not much to do. This is kind of a blurry picture. I think I was walking when I took it, but yeah, you can see this area is heavily under construction. Um, Trying to think where this was. I think this was if you're on deck 5 and you're going to the Alice in Wonderland theater. I think this is the pathway to that theater. That whole area was under construction. at the time. So I believe that's what this is. Um, this is Luna. Obviously, not so much when this picture was taken. It's sort of a just an absolute construction zone. But yeah, this is what became Luna. You can see, some ladders and whatnot. I don't see any labels to read that hint at what any of this stuff is. And I honestly don't know what the space looks like finished. I'm not sure. It was delayed. I'm not sure if it's finished yet or not. But this is just kind of through the window. You can see my reflection there. This is the barber shop again. I think it should be the same as the first picture. Yeah. I think this is just taken with the GoPro. So it's at a little wider angle. But it doesn't really show much else. Yeah, you can see the GoPro reflection right here. Um, all those cabinets is kind of cool. This, I think, this is outside the Walt Disney Theater, which should be, I want to say, let's say deck 3, but it could be deck 4. I could be wrong. Um, and so, yeah, every wall on the ship, what I found this time, is a panel, essentially. It reveals something, which is really weird because, like, everywhere you turn, a panel would be open like this, and there'd be whatever plumbing, or in this instance, it looks like servers of some kind, definitely some kind of internet thing. You can see what looks like all these Ethernet cables or something. I'm not an expert by any means, but definitely something related to networking. So that was really weird to see. You can see there's another panel right here that isn't open. So that's kind of cool. I don't even know where this is or why I took this picture, but see some chairs, some buckets of things, just general construction. I don't know. I think this is down in the lobby, but I could be wrong. All right, that's all the pictures into this category. Like I said earlier, I do have more construction photos. Those are just like sort of generic ones. All right, so here's the exterior of the ship. Um, so if you haven't seen the ship yet, you can see there's a set Castaway Key. They were doing pictures, surprisingly. So you can see there we are. It was very bright. You can see my brother is squinting. When you arrived in Port Canaveral, was there still quite a few places unfinished? That explains why the first test sailing. Yeah, there was a lot that was not finished. The whole time on it, it was an 11-day cruise. We were like, "There's no way they're gonna get this done," and we were right. They did not get that done. Um, so yeah, I believe they were behind schedule on a lot of things. I don't know what went wrong exactly, um, but yeah, there was so much that was not finished even then. I have a really cool picture of the uh, Grand Hall when we were, because that's where we get off the ship, and it's in shambles. I'll show that off when I get to that folder. There's another angle. Yeah, here you can see. Here, I'll do this one. On the back of the ship, it's got Rapunzel tangled, um, which is cool. I always like that they put the characters on the back of the ship. It looks very similar to all the other Disney ships, and they're all beautiful, obviously. You got all the lifeboats here. It does this weird bowing out thing right here, which is kind of cool. There's the Aquamouse up here, which is such a weird name because the other ones have the Aqueduct, which is funny because aqueducts were things that you used to transfer water, so aqueduct is a funny pun. And then this one's got Aquamouse, which is not a pun and does not make sense, but yeah. You can see the other yellow slide. I think it's a Toy Story themed one. It's a Rex one. I forget exactly what it's called. And yeah, let's see what else we have. This is the very first picture I got of it. So to get on the ship, we flew to Amsterdam. We were there for a day, and then we took a 5-hour bus ride to Germany, Bremerhaven, I think, where it was. And so this is the first picture I got of the ship. We stopped at this gas station for like 45 minutes. That was so close to where it was. Um, and so that's what this is. We could see it from the gas station. So that's what this photo is. It doesn't really reveal too much more. You can see all the different decks and stuff. That's the backside of it. And then, yeah, this is a close-up picture I got while it was at its dock. So this is the port in Germany where we sailed from. And then, you can see cranes. These are the cranes right here that they use to take stuff up to the different decks. Usually onto like deck 4 right here, or they take it up to deck 11. I don't think with these cranes, they don't look tall enough. You can see different, like, either stuff going off or onto the ship here. There's the big anchor, which is cool. Oh yeah, I guess this is the first front angle I've had. So up here, I'll show some other stuff. You have the bridge up here, kind of sticks out here, which is cool. Um, and then, the nose is super sharp on this one. And unlike the other ones, which is nice, you can actually walk up here. I have some pictures, um, which is a super cool experience. It wasn't open most of the time, but we did get to go in there twice. And then, you can see more Aqua Mouse stuff here. Here, I'll zoom in on that. There it is. It's quite a long slide, but we did not get to ride it. How come I took this cruise? I always wondered who was allowed on it. So my dad was working it. So he's a video editor, so he was editing different things for the cruise. And so because the ship is in the middle of the ocean, it has such bad internet connection. They bring all the editors onto it so they can shoot stuff on the ship, get it edited that day, and bring it to wherever it needs to go, rather than trying to upload it to back to land, which would take forever. So that's why they just put the editors on the ship, and then for whatever reason they allow families on, which I'm not going to complain. That's great. I got to do this, so yeah, that's why I got to go on the ship, which was a cool experience. Everybody else on the ship, there were very few families. It was either media people or it was construction workers. Yeah, this is just a slightly different angle. This was the first stop we took. It was Ponta Delgada, um, which is an island off of Portugal, and you can see this is the first like full angle I have of it. This is kind of a cool port. Yeah, it was very lucky. It was a really cool experience. I'm very very grateful for it, obviously. So yeah, you can see more of the front of the ship. You can see just how massive it is. I mean, it towered over this little island, which is a super beautiful island. It was a great experience getting to go there. So yeah, it went from Germany to here, where it picked up fuel, and then from here to Castaway Cay, and then from Castaway Cay to Port Canaveral. So yeah, you can see the Aqua Mouse in its pretty much entirety. It starts over here, and then it goes up this. And here, videos play because it's a ride water slide. And then so it's like a conveyor belt as videos play, and then you wrap around here, go up through here, down here, and then it wraps back around. It's a full loop. You can see, just the general sitting area is here. Um, this is Marceline Market, I believe, on this deck right here. That's this ship's cabanas. In fact, most people were calling it cabanas even still while we were there. But that's yeah, it's cabanas essentially. It's the same food, just rebranded. Um, you have a bar back here, and here's the Hero Lounge, I believe is what it's called, the Hero Zone. And so that's the if you've been on the Fantasy, I know it has it. The basketball courts, they don't have the mini golf, but they have the basketball courts. It's inside now, and it's a really cool space. I have a ton of pictures of that. You can see the smokestacks. I believe I believe the front one is the fake one. The back one is the real one. Yeah, because the slide goes through here. Should be right. No, I'm mistaken actually. This is the real one right here. This is the fake one. Shoot. No. Okay. Sorry. Front one is fake. Front one is fake because that's where the yellow slide is. So I was right the first time. You can see the yellow slide here. This is the Toy Story Kitty area. Sorry, I was like super turning around. So yeah, this one's fake. This one isn't actually a smokestack. It just makes it symmetrical and it makes the ship look cool. I mean, it look kind of weird with just one. And then yeah, it's all the highlights from the outside. Another shot of the exterior. You can see, yeah, it was a really pretty day. It was a really beautiful island. And I like this picture because you have, some city here. You can see this super old church right here. A lot of the buildings run this like white with the like the dark brown edging, which is super beautiful. And then you have this giant mountain here, and then you have the ship here. I think that's a cool picture. Yeah, the front funnel has the tower suite. That's right. That was we could see through the window, and that was nothing. There was nothing in there when we were on it. So they turned that around really quickly. I know. Here's a different angle of the exterior. Yeah, that's where the suite is right there. Um, can't see anything from here, but you have the big mountain from the island behind it. Looks like some farmland or something. I love all these little tiny boats around it. Yeah, it was a super super pretty island. It was a neat experience. I had this cool sign. So we weren't allowed to post any images until June 29th. So we got off on the I want to say 21st. I think I wasn't able to post any images of the ships. Like I couldn't post this one because the ship was in the background here. And that's just because Disney wants to be the first ones to like release stuff about the ship. Now any of this can be posted because it's they've uploaded all their own stuff. Oh yeah, this one's cool. It had the afternoon sun hitting it, golden hour type thing. You can see just how big it is. I mean, it's absolutely massive. Slightly closer angle. A bunch of people were standing on this thing when we left to see it go, and they had their phone flashlights shining at us, and everyone on the ship signed back. That was cool because this was its first stop ever, so it was definitely exciting for cruise fans. Here's a lower angle you can see. This is the crew area right here, and then deck 4, 3, 2. You can see how the rooms. We were right on this bow, right? I don't know if it's a specific one, but we were right on one of those, so we curved outward. And I have a cool bunch of cool pictures because I believe we were like right here on like the equivalent. Again, I forget which one we were on. So I have a bunch of pictures from there, facing forward, facing here, under different lighting conditions and stuff. Different angle. This is at Castaway Cay. The ship's first time at Castaway Cay. Here it is. This is a cool picture. Look at that giant cloud, just big smokestack looking cloud. Zoomed in. You can see the tangled back. I don't know if that thing has a name. Like, I don't know. Like, is it just the name of the ship or I'm not sure. Some different photos. The colors were really pretty that day. I like the dark sky with the like teal water and then the dark and bright ship. Oh yeah, and so here's the Wish right here, and then here's the Dream right here. You can see they have some visual differences. The Wish is a little curvier in some areas, it looks like. You can see how it's taller. It's got all this stuff on here attached to it that this one doesn't. You can see like this angle here looks a little steeper than over here. But they followed their typical design for the most part. I think I have a bunch of pictures of this. Here's a panorama from Castaway Cay with the two ships in it. This is right here is like where you end with the snorkeling, so snorkels around here. This is just the general swimming area here. I believe that's a restaurant or bar or something. And then the two ships off in the distance. Another photo of it. I think I got a bunch of these. Yes, I did hear the horn battle. Unfortunately, I didn't get video of it, which I was upset about, but I did get to hear it. I think that's what was happening now. I think I was just getting pictures instead of videos. Um, I meant to turn this into a panorama, but I haven't, so you can kind of get the effect. And there's a bird. Yeah, Castaway Cay is super beautiful, especially this on this day because, like in this picture, shows it perfectly. You had the bright sun. The sun didn't get covered by clouds, but there are these giant clouds, dark clouds off in the distance. I don't know why something about that contrast is super pretty. And then you have the palm trees, and I just like these colors. It's a really beautiful island. closer angle in this lighting. It really pops the bright red and the yellow, and then the dark blue here, and then the white really pop against the dark sky. Makes for a really cool photo. Yeah, just a ton of different angles from here. Oh, here's a somewhat good picture of the back. You can see I have the lizard here. She's painting it. Oops. Yeah, it's super cool weather. I cannot speak. I believe this picture is taken with our DSLR, so it's a little higher resolution. You can see her face on there. I don't know how these like sculpts, they're so intricate. I don't know how they don't break off and the wind conditions and whatnot, but I assume they know what they're doing. You can see some rooms here, some verandas. I don't know what's up here. I do not believe this was the restaurant. Not sure what that is. Oh, is this the back? Maybe that is the restaurant. Just some different angles. I had the characters on the ship when we were getting back on. Ship's logo on the front of it. It being tied to the docks. Oh, this is out. So yeah, we got bussed from the port back home. So this is out the window of my bus. You can see the ship. And then that's us leaving. There it is. This looks like it's back in Germany. Some of these are out of order. They're taken on different cameras. Some of them adjusted to the time zone, some of them didn't. So, yeah, like these are all DSLR, I believe, which did not adjust to the time zone. I tried to do a panorama on the DSLR, which I'd never done before. It didn't exactly work out, but still kind of cool. Yeah, these pictures are definitely DSLR. They're super high quality. It seems that the horns changed from Bremerhaven. Did I notice it sounded a bit broken compared to now? Not that I remember. We only heard the horns once in Bremerhaven. Um, and I don't remember them sounding different, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did, and I just didn't pick up on that. So you could be right, especially if there's video of it and it sounds different. You're probably right, and I don't remember. Um, I haven't seen any videos of the horn since I've gotten off the ship. I do have a video. I'm not trying to self-promote, but I do have a video on my channel of the horns at Castaway Key, not the horn battle, but it running through its horns. Are you saying it's changed even since that, or are you saying it was just different at Germany? I realize there's a delay on the YouTube, so I'll give it a second. Oh, here's a really good picture of the back. Yeah, you can see just how intricate the design is. And the detail on the lizard. It's quite impressive for something like nobody's ever going to see up close, you know? Paintbrush. Interesting, yeah. Um, no, nothing I noticed, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if I just didn't notice that. That's an interesting. I'll have to look at some like different videos and see if I notice a difference. Oh, this is the Dream. You can see Disney Dream. Yeah, they really do love detailing. They definitely put a lot of effort into their stuff. Yeah, look at all the people up here looking at the new ship. That had to be cool for them, I bet. Especially if you're a big DCL person. There's the aqueduct running. Yeah, look at all of them. Bunch of photos of the Dream. There's the Wish. Yeah, it's good to see the dream, isn't it? Wow, quiet. I took a lot. Oh, there's that's a kind of a cool picture. The umbrella in focus and the dream in the back out of focus, like that. There's another one of the wish. So the funnel vision had this graphic on it. It was like a big, cool, intricate compass, and that's like all it played almost the entire time. So it was funny. It sort of became like an inside joke because like every monitor had this compass on it playing, and that's like all we saw the entire time. There's a frame of it. Another question: was there a storm in the Atlantic at all, or any bad weather? So when we were going from Germany to Portugal, there were some rough seas. I think it was like day 3. Um, a ton of people got seasick, and it was expected to get worse. And then we didn't hit any bad weather after that. There was like one day it rained for a really short period of time, but there wasn't really any bad weather. I think there were storms like the first couple of days it was bad because there were storms like off a little ways away that were turning up the waters, but we didn't really hit any bad weather other than like a single rainstorm. So it was mostly literally smooth sailing from there. These are all nice pictures of the exterior. Here's the dream again. I think, yeah, that was when it was approaching. If you play it fast enough, it's kind of like a video. Here's the back again. Oh, another super detailed. This is actually the best angle, I think, because it shows everything. I think we're almost done with the exterior photos because there's not much else to show off. There's the flag. That should be I mean, I could be wrong, but that should be the Bahamian flag because that's where the ship is registered with Nassau. I think that's a tax thing. Yeah, good question. I love the question, so feel free to ask anything, and if I know the answer, I can happily answer it. Here's the golden hour type afternoon lighting. Yeah, they really do love playing that graphic. I bet yep, it's hard to tell, but there's the ring of the compass right there. I believe that says wish right there. They really, really, really love that graphic, and it's a cool graphic. Oh, there we go. My dad talked to the guy who made the graphic, and he said there's some mistakes in it. Um, the way it was rendered, you can see it here. The way it was rendered, there's supposed to be like depth of field to it, like blurring. Um, but he was rendering it in passes and then compositing it in Nuke, rendering out of Maya, I believe. Yeah, I think he said Maya. And then rendering out the passes and then compositing in Nuke. Um, and the depth of field just wasn't working, so you can see some like reflections of umbrella lights that were just supposed to cast light on it but not be reflected. So that's a fun little story, I guess. What do you guys think of my background? It's the mantises from Aperture Desk Job. I have just like a bunch of desk job wallpaper screenshots from the game. All right, so we've done construction, exterior. Now for general interior. So here we'll start with the hero zone. So the hero zone is, give me 1 second and I will open up a new tab real quick of the exterior. Okay, let's find that way I can like point out where things are on the ship and find a good picture to do that with. Yeah, definitely. As I come across, different pictures that remind me of things, I have stories to tell, so I'll definitely tell those. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I like Portal, so that was a good background for me. So right here, and this is the hero zone. It's 2 decks tall, which on a cruise ship takes up a lot of cruise ship space, but it's not very tall compared to like a regular building. Um, so here's it was closed at the time. They're setting up this bounce house. You can see the lines on the floor. They're not painted on. They're LED lights, which is super cool. And then they have all these cool lighting effects. I have some better pictures. Yeah. So here's They had this bounce house. This was the line for it, which was insane. I did it. It was an obstacle course. Beat my brother. Yeah, you come up here, you run through here, go around here, climb up here, slide down there. They wouldn't let me bring my GoPro on it, so I didn't get any video of that, unfortunately. You can see these here. These panels on the wall can change color. Giant monitor here, and a ton of stuff up here that you can do. Here's it when it's empty. This is, I think, it's normal lighting condition. You can see a lot calmer, but still super cool with the lights. I think the area looks neat. Some air hockey, and they have these really interesting like jelly beanbag things. Um, they're really really weird consistency. Like they feel like oobleck almost. They're so odd, but they're comfortable to sit on. Foosball, ping pong. You can see those are the windows. Some people down there. Yeah, it's a half court basketball, and then I think over, this is for basketball here, and then over here is for general activities, I guess. The monitor is not protected, so I don't know how long until a basketball hits that and breaks it. I'll be interested to keep my eye out for stories about that, because I mean, you're supposed to shoot baskets over here, so you're pretty bad at basketball if you hit the monitor, but I feel like it's inevitable. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, playing basketball is funny on a moving ship. It makes it a little bit more difficult. Different angle. Different angle. Okay, so this picture has a backstory. Um, we had to test ourselves for COVID every single day. Um, so when they make you your animal and they put the chocolates on your pillow, they also put COVID tests, which is super weird. And every morning, you'd test yourself, wait 15 minutes. No one verified it, which is kind of odd. And I think because of that, there was a COVID breakout. So before we got to the US, we had to test. They had to like test us. Everyone had to verify it. So you sat down in front of someone, you swabbed your nose, um, did the thing, put it, and you know, dro- dropped it into the test. If you've ever taken a self test, um, and then they sent us into the hero zone with just a sticky note. So there's a giant clock. I believe that's just the Google timer if you search clock on Google. And everybody had their little test with a sticky note, and you had to wait until that clock was good, and you came over to here and verified it with one of these people, and then they let you go. Um, but it was just so odd. I'm sure I have a bunch more pictures. Yeah, there's my negative test, 853. No, I do not. But it was it was a really really weird experience. It was just a bunch of people standing around with their chests in their hands. Here's some pictures taken on the DSLR. Kind of makes the lighting look a little cooler. See, they just have a bunch of basketballs lying around. Air hockey. I have a lot of redundant pictures. The sign to the entrance. Yeah, it did feel like a doomsday clock. It definitely felt like dystopian almost. It was a really odd experience. I forget what was happening here. I think it was like media thing or something. See all these people doing things, I'm sure. A lot of we've noticed a lot of the Disney people. There'd be people who do work and then people who stand around talking about the work. And I think these people fall into the category of standing around talking about the work. Yeah, it is an odd world we're in now. Yeah, this ship was definitely very much designed as a post-COVID ship. The elevators are touch-free, so like you just have to get near it, and then it has like an infrared sensor or something, and it registers that you touched it, which it's kind of cool on paper, except if you like stand too close to the row of buttons, you'll press every floor, like that scene from Elf, which happened multiple times. Um, so yeah, that's kind of a mistake people make. I'll be curious to see what their answer to that is because someone would just like kind of lean up near it and then you'd either get off or be waiting quite a while. That's all my pictures of the Hero Zone. Joyful Sweets. I believe I have some construction pictures of this. So I could be wrong. We'll see. I have better pictures later on, But they have these really cool sculpts of all the characters that are so intricate. They look like they were just taken right out of the movie. They're really impressive. Yeah, this isn't super interesting as far as construction pictures go, but you can see there's nothing in the windows yet. Yeah, I, they're I don't know what they're gonna do with the elevators. That'll be really interesting to see because it was so odd. But I mean, like it's a clever idea. I just don't know if that'll work out or not. You can see the window still not open yet. I'll show off the characters later on when I have the better pictures. They had this on the outside of it. There's the sign. I think this was like the day before it opened. Everyone getting ready. Yeah, the ice cream was outstanding. They have the free soft serve where they have strawberry, banana, vanilla, chocolate, and then here they have like what is not soft serve called, like the scoop ice cream. And they had a ton of different flavors. I think I have a photo of all the different flavors. We'll see. Um, and they had some like definitely unique ones. And everything on the ship, not merchandise, but everything else, like all the services and drinks and food and stuff that normally costs was like 60% off, I believe. It was something insane like that. So, like the four of us could get ice cream for like $5 or $6, which is nice. That's cheaper than anywhere you can get it anywhere else. But now I think it's $5 or $6 for a single person to get it. Yeah, but like look at the texture on the skin, the detail in the eyes, the glitter in the hair, and look how it's sharp. Normally, we're talking about it. Normally, like statues like this are super inflated. It feels like round and bubbly. But like look how sharp the angles are on the arm and the hands, the detail in the dress, the shoes. They're really impressive sculpts. There's Joy, same sort of thing. Yeah, their poses were cool. They had all these posters, Train of Thought, Dream Productions, Abstract Thought, Explore Career in Sorting, Long Term Memory. Join now. Um, yeah, here's Anger and Fear with a tube of balls, which these balls were cool. Um, yeah, again, you can see like look at the mouth and the texture on the skin. I like so blown away by these. They're super duper detailed. Look at his posing and stuff. It really does feel like it's straight out of the movie. And then over here you can see, not well, but different treats that they had. Another picture, front view. Yeah, look at like the intricate line work. I have no idea what they're made of. I'd be curious to see. Yeah, look at her sweater. I was really impressed by these. Here we go. Here's some ice cream flavors. Red velvet. Oh, this is gelato actually, not ice cream. Here, blueberry cheesecake, Mars bar, pistachio. Not sure what this is supposed to be. And then this is I forget what flavor this was, but here's my ice cream. I think this was actually tiramisu. They had tiramisu ice cream. That's what this was. That that's right, like right outside of it. Another photo. Here's all the toppings you can get. I believe these were like chocolates with prints on them, strawberries, typical ice cream stuff. Oh, and here's some of the more generic sweets that they had, not ice cream. But ice cream's the best, but there's alternatives. Yeah, it is cake flavor in gelato form. Yeah, I never got gelato. I think I only got ice cream, but I believe Ian got some gelato a couple times. You can see they had these really weird cupcakes. I have no idea what was in the spheres, but they're cool looking. Macarons. It is just a sphere. They just described it as anger chocolate sphere, so I'm not sure what that is. Popsicles. Macarons. Here's just the whole restaurant. So yeah, ice cream here, gelato here, more sweets over here. Here's a close-up of the balls, the dot, the memories. So yeah, this is a cool space. We were glad when this opened. It is a nice relaxing place to go eat ice cream. All right, let's see what we have next. Oops, there we go. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is just general wall art. You know, I didn't get too many pictures of all the paintings, but they always have paintings on the staircases. That's what most of this is. They have this cool little mermaid print, which is it's a really pretty print, I thought. And then you know, look how detailed it is, like translucent tail and stuff. It's cool. They had Encanto stuff, which is cool. Obviously, new movie, The Family Tree, literally. Oh yeah, and they had the characters next to it. It was hard to get pictures of these because they're so glossy. Some artwork from Sleeping Beauty. That I believe that's not sure what that is. I think just a sketch. I'm not sure if it's a animation frame or what. Oh, it looks like this looks like a color key of some kind with the numbers. And then yeah, this is a monitor with a picture on it. So I assume the game wasn't up and running, but I assume this is for the game. That's why it's a monitor. These should be like speakers or something. Another monitor. Oh, that's why I took this picture. Behind here, you can see they were testing the game, and I don't know if this stained glass is a part of the game. But you can see back here, whatever that is definitely part of the game. It's you know the fantasy has like the Muppets theme mystery, and we think they should do a Gravity Falls mystery game. That'd be cool. I'm not sure what this one's themed, but I don't think it's Gravity Falls. Another picture of that. Is that cool picture? Ship painting. And yeah, that's all those. What game? So yeah, on the fantasy they have like a mystery game where you go around with a card. It has like a QR code on it. It's a Muppet mystery game. I forget what the plot is. And so you know you go up to one of these screens here, and you hold up your card, and it registers it. And then you know your card's like a controller. So I think there's one where you have to like use a hose to spray things. So you like move the card around to spray different things. And then you know, you can like tilt the card up and down to angle whatever you're controlling. Yeah, it's a fun way to waste time on the ship. I like the game, and I was hoping it would be up and running, but it wasn't. Yeah, there we do have a picture. I don't. It's not here of it. And they had Nemo on it. I don't think it's just Nemo themed though, because like you know, that's just generic Mickey ears and stuff. That doesn't look very Nemo-y, but I could be wrong. All right, and then now just more generic interior. I already showed a picture of this. That's like the servers or whatever. I don't know, maybe someone knows what that is, but I'm not sure. Some labels here if that helps. Maybe there are controls for the theater. I'm really not sure. Um, oh yeah. I'm not saying I wanted there to be an issue, but I'm writing the Viking evacuation dual slide. I would not have been against. It looks fun. So again, I'm not wishing anything bad to happen. It just, I mean, look at that person right there. They're having the time of their lives on this thing. I'm I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I don't think we were supposed to go back here because like not all the signs telling you to go and not go places were up, but here's all their gases. So yeah, we'd like go down a hall and be like, nope, we're not supposed to be here, and then turn back around after taking a picture, obviously. This is the only picture of the laundromat I got, but they have a ton of laundry. Just picture before I left for Punta Delgada. Yeah, lots of mechanical stuff. All of them said not a lot of drones. Which I don't have a drone, so I guess it's not an issue. Yeah, here's like some random crew area. No idea where this was. Definitely not supposed to see that. But actually, this isn't on the ship. I just realized. Yeah, this was like, I think this was at like a Burger King we stopped at in Ponta Delgado or something. This is not on the ship. Did not mean to include that. Um, they have a Princess and the Frog restaurant or bar, I guess. There are people performing. I was actually surprised they had live entertainment on this one. Yeah, that's what I was hoping with this live stream. Is like post the pictures that nobody else would post, like the more obscure ones. Here's a bathroom. I have no idea why I have a picture of this. This is the Alice in Wonderland theater. It was a cool theater. You can see, they had like outlines on the wall, and then the lights were cat shaped, the Cheshire cat. And the seats were the most uncomfortable seats in the world. They're at like a perfect 90-degree angle, so there's no back support. And then the armrest, right where you'd want to rest like the weight of your arm, there's a cup holder, and the seats just like weren't comfortable at all. Like it was literally two blocks of foam, one down here, one up there, and it was not comfortable. Yeah, the Bayou Bar, I believe, is what it's called. You're right. But here, the room was cool, just the seats were super uncomfortable. Yeah, here's Nemo from the Nemo game at the wrong orientation. You just need to find a way through the currents. It can be tricky, but I've done it before. Looks like it was done on Flash or something. Yeah, it sucks that the seats are uncomfortable. This isn't the big theater. This is smaller one up in the front. We saw Lightyear. Yeah, they do look like recliner seats, but no, they're not super great photo of the seats, but it really is just upright. And then can you see the armrest? Yeah, you can kind of see like that's right where the weight of your arm wants to rest is right there where the cup holders are. It's like super weird. COVID-19 testing. Uh, one of the shirts they had, I thought this was a cool shirt. There's like a blueprint of it. Another cool shirt, like beachy orange color. That's this shirt. I ended up getting it. I think that's the same one. Could be wrong though. Like exact shirt, but here's the hallway to the staterooms. Uh, yeah, I think this is pretty much what they look like on the other ships. The floors are different. So if you've ever been on Disney Cruise, you've probably figured out that the stars on the floor tell you which way you're going. So the point of the star always faces forward, and then the bottom of the star always faces aft. And they're a little less obvious. They're more subtle on this one, but they still have the stars, which is super useful. Yeah, the blueprint shirt's absolutely amazing. It's super cool, but yeah, it costs a bunch. I like that they have the different statistics on it and stuff. 17 decks, which is insane. Hallway picture. The hallway had these lights that shine these cool patterns on the wall. Thought that was cool. Took a picture. The entrance to the edge. I'm too old to go in, obviously, but got this picture. That picture again should have been in the wall art. I'm not sure what all these pictures are. It's just on one of the floors. I'm not sure where we are. It's kind of hard to tell. Can't see what that number is. Maybe a 6 or an 8. And you can see, yeah, it has a much more like a lighter, more faded color palette. I noticed. You can see none of these colors are super saturated. This one's blurry. That's not a good photo at all. Here's the shop, Mickey's main sale. They had a bunch of inaugural stuff for sale. I don't know if I got any pictures of that. Here's a bar. I don't think it ever opened, but they're doing interviews here. I do have a few pictures, but not many. Oh, that's all that. So yeah, I'll show. That's all the general interior stuff. Here, let me see. Yeah, we can go through these now if we want. So here's the TV. It did not take long for Ian to bring up the console. Of course. Why wouldn't he? So yeah, I think that's just like every time you press a button, it's just that's what happened. I don't know how or why he brought that up. COVID test negative. So yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. They'd make the animal. They'd put the chocolates on your pillow, as they do on all the ships. If you've ever been on a Disney cruise, I don't know if other cruise lines do it, but if you've been on Disney one, you know if they do it. And then a COVID test, and it was odd. So yeah, that looks like a bear, frog. Here's a little bit of the stateroom behind. Here's my phone cable. Oh, and then we had to fill out the stateroom condition report. Because not everything was necessarily working, so we had to verify if everything was working. Frog, elephant, COVID tests. What is that? Is that a pig? I think that's a pig. Yeah. There's the map. The map's one of the best parts. Right? I think that's a pig. There's a ram. A bunny. This one's super cool. So intricate. COVID tests. They had this painting up and hanging up on the wall. I always like how the rooms are decorated. They're like not overly character. They don't have too many characters, but they just have like these nice paintings. Here's another like Ian kept breaking the TV. Another just like random menu I don't think you're supposed to pull up. Dinosaur, COVID test. Bunch of pictures of the dinosaur. I got a picture of the COVID test. Scorpion, that one's cool. Map, you can see we're almost not Kaswiki. We're almost home. Port Canaveral, which is up here somewhere. There's our whole trek. Oh yeah, and that was a good time. So we flew to Amsterdam, went to Germany here, then we sailed through the English Channel to Ponta Delgada, which is here. And then we sailed Castaway Cay, which is here, and then Port Canaveral, which is here. Stingray. This one you had to see from above. I like that one. Another painting with a weird filter on it. I found out the DSLR has filters. I was playing with those. Yeah, that's all the stateroom pictures I got. I didn't really get too many of those. I kind of forgot to, which I apologize for. So this is just general pictures of the Germany port. If you just want to see like where the ship was being worked on. I think it was constructed like fully somewhere else, and then it was brought here, finishing touches, and then taken away. So yeah, the ship's not in any of these. These were all mostly taken from the ship. But you can see it was just it was a cool looking port. I mean, I hadn't seen anything like that before. What camera do I have? So most of these were taken with one of three cameras. Either my phone, which is just a Galaxy S21, GoPro Hero 9, or a DSLR, which is a Nikon D3300. So I think most of these, if not all, I think more than half are on the phone. This is definitely phone. Usually you can tell because when you zoom in, it doesn't look as good. Yeah, I thought these, just like this row of cranes disappearing in the fog was cool. They have a lot of wind turbines, which we don't have here in America. You can see they just kind of scatter the land. The bus ride from Germany to here was just seeing all those. Some cargo ships. So yeah, you can see the shadow of the ship that's leaving into the open ocean. All right, I thought all this looked cool. So yeah, this is DSLR. You can see the pictures the colors are like a lot richer, and it looks like it has more depth to it. Yeah, it's a massive, massive port. I don't know if it has any like significance. It's like a famous port or something like, or if a bunch of stuff sets sail from there. But yeah, it is massive. It's taking a picture of this tower of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. Kind of looks like the Tangled Tower. But it's weird because in America everything's new, especially where I live. Everything was built in like the '60s. Um, so it's weird to just like in Europe, it'll be regular new stuff, and then some ancient castle or tower or church, whatever. You'd see these churches peeking up. Definitely a lot different than what I'm used to. Here's a Germany military ship. I don't know anything about military ships. That's really all the information I can give. When we were waiting to leave, we were super delayed. So I was just bored taking pictures out the window and stuff. There's people loading stuff. This is on the ship. You can see the decks were in really bad condition because of all the construction. So they sanded them, and then a bunch of people got like paint and whatnot on them. So I assume they had to sand them again. They actually weren't stained while we were on it. I assume they stained it afterward. I suspect they are now. Yeah, here's just how they're loading things up. Cargo ship. Cargo ships are really weird. They don't look like they should be able to float at all. Churches. Look at that. Bunch of different churches. Super cool. Tower. Look at all those white cars. Quite a few. This is just like a room in the port. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Not very knowledgeable. Here's me playing with the filters. You can see these people sure discussing something of significance. This is a tilt shift effect. I thought it worked well on the port. Kind of made it look like Thomas or something. Stop motion, yeah. This is a kind of cool picture. You can see here's the ship with just the rows of cranes behind it. I mean, it was a massive, massive port. It was really, really odd to be there. It's just whatever's in there. I'm not sure. Skyline. Yes, this is a DSLR. You can tell because of the sharp depth of field and stuff. You can tell I was bored just taking pictures of the thing. All this cargo. Your Amazon package is in there. What I know these are what load the ship, but does anyone know what these things are called? I assume they're not just called cranes, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, they're cool looking. I have no idea what they're called. Wind turbine. I got a lot of pictures of the port. This is cool. It's just like the field of the different wind turbines. Different filters. Uh, yeah, this is at night, so I had to have a high shutter speed and it was really shaky. But you can see they have the wind turbines in the sea, which is cool. And that's all the pictures I have of the Germany port. Cool. All right, Grand Hall, main entrance. These pictures are interesting. These are probably some of the more interesting, like the cooler pictures. Container cranes, especially for those larger container ships. Oh, interesting. Okay. So yeah, they're just cranes, I guess. I just like how cool they look with like the rows of them. It's kind of sci-fi e. Is that a word? Sci-fi e. So yeah, you can see when we got there. This was day one. The Grand Hall was beautiful. I mean, look, it looks almost finished. You can see like there's little signs of it not being finished. I believe this is where lights were eventually installed. Here, I think things were installed in these slots. You can see they're doing where they cheer people in. A bunch of people standing around. You can see the lighting on the stage here isn't finished. Um, so like little signs that wasn't done, but it looked mostly done. That's where the characters stand up here. And I mean, look at the chandelier. The chandelier is super pretty. And after we had gotten off of it, it changes colors now, which is cool. They had I couldn't remember if this is from 1923 or I believe this is the Grand Hall. They had cells from different movies. It's Cinderella, obviously. They're not real cells, they're prints. If you zoom in, you can kind of tell it's got like dots from the printing process, and like the cutouts weren't exactly perfect. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, or like subtle giveaways that it wasn't actual, but it was a print, and they still look cool. Production notes of some kind from Cinderella. Yeah, this is all Cinderella stuff. More cells. Yeah, you can see here the paper is printed on. So sorry to ruin that for anyone. This is a super cool print from the movie. You can see, like, look how just detailed all the work is. They're pretty frames. Print from Princess and the Frog, which is super cool. I love those colors. Look at the forests, swamp. It's a cool picture. And then, yeah, these maquettes. These are the references. They sculpt them out of clay. They do it for 2D or 3D animated movies. They sculpt them out of clay just to see like what the character looks and feels like in 3 dimensions. That's why, I mean, if you've ever watched a Disney movie or like a high budget 2D movie, the characters still feel very 3D. That's because, I mean, they are, as you can see here, they recreate them in 3D, and then you can turn it around and you know what it looks like, how to draw it. Um, and they had these on the ship, but they weren't. Oh, you can't tell in this picture. They weren't real. They were 3D prints, which is kind of cool on its own. That they 3D printed all of these. I assume they either modeled them or maybe even 3D scanned the originals and then printed them out. And then yeah, so I don't know which day this was. It's pretty early on. They started like dismantling the lobby and just doing like insane amounts of construction on it. So that you can see they have like scaffolding here. Put some stuff down to protect the carpet. They finished the lining on the stage, but it just got like worse and worse and worse. So you can see here scaffolding. They're installing lights and speakers and whatnot up here, different effects for different shows that they do in here. Here they were putting like posts, I think, under the staircase, but it took them forever. So I don't know if that's all they were doing. You can see they were doing construction here, and then pictures here, and then entrance to the restaurant here, and there's an entrance to the restaurant here. And it was like you could not move around without hitting construction pictures or restaurant lines. Another construction photo. No, they were, yeah, I mean, even I'll show you, we're going to come up on the pictures. The day we left, it was still in pieces. Like, I don't know when they did finish it. It had to be like that day. It was insane. Because, yeah, it was very, very much not finished on the transatlantic. You can see there, that's not done at all. There's Cinderella statue here. I think it's a cool statue, but I find it a little creepy. The face. I don't know what it is, but the face falls under the uncanny valley for me. We were kind of laughing about that. Some more scaffolding. I thought that was kind of a cool photo. You can see they're still doing work on the ship. They have references to the other ships here. Scaffolding here. Yeah, I mean, it's super, super unfinished. It was like ridiculous. And every day, I mean, not ridiculous because, it's what they have to do, but it was insane, like how much they were doing. And every day it was something new. I thought this was kind of funny. That's like, I believe those are the panels where you buy your photos. And that one was open. You can see they just kept moving the scaffolding around. There's the entrance to 1923. So 1923 is the main restaurant down in the lobby floor. They always have like a big fancy one there. Except this one's split into 2 smaller ones. There's a Walt Disney side and a Roy Disney side. We only ate in the Walt Disney side. But it was cool. And then inside they have a bunch of animation prints and stuff. I have some pictures of those. Glowing safety cone, of course. They installed animals around Cinderella. Yeah, the teeth are just like a single block. I'm not sure. I think it's between like the eyes and the teeth. Something just feels off with that statue. Another general picture. See the curtain here's peeled back a little bit. over here is the entrance to the kids area. It's kind of cool. So the entire second deck is kids areas, like nursery, main kids area, and I think something else, but I could be wrong. I didn't go down there much. Obviously, I'm too old. And they have like a slide down to the second area. It's kind of cool because they made it feel like its own world, which was interesting. Another picture. Yeah, so over here you can see right here is the entrance to the slide. It's roped off right now. That's the entrance to the slide. Someone stands here. I assume like check you in or something. Again, I never did it, so I'm not sure. And staircase. You don't have to slide. And then, yeah, just oh, this was like the final day. So these people were all lined up. The line was like wrapped around. It took 4 hours to go through customs. It was insane. So yeah, there's the chandelier. You can see here's customer service right here. That's Mickey's mainsail up there. And yeah. So yeah, here's deck 4. This is right above, this picture, and then you just turn around and that's what this is. They just had a bunch of chairs stacked up. And then they did something. This is super cool. I didn't even know this was possible. They lowered the chandelier from the ceiling, I think to dust it or something. Yeah, it was a long line. Hey, Braden, glad to see you. It's just like on these ropes, and they lowered it down. I don't think people were supposed to see this. So you can see it's just this giant gaping hole in the ceiling. It's on these pulleys. And they literally just brought it down. And yeah, you can see there. I think that's like a super. This is the last day. Like this is when we were leaving. This is like as just took this just before we got off, and it was still under like insane construction. So I don't know how they got this done, but I think this photo is super cool. I'm sure the blogs would love to see this one, the different Disney blogs, because I mean like I don't think anybody else ever gets to see this usually. And it was weird because I took this photo and then I turned around and it's just sitting on this couch waiting for the line to die down. And then we turned back around and yeah, the chandelier was down. I was like, what? Didn't even know that's possible. But yeah, there's electronics in here and it can change colors and stuff. So I assume they can take it down to work on the chandelier or dust it or whatever needs to be done rather than going up to it. Another picture on the DSLR. Characters on the first day. These are kind of dark. You can see under the stage. Yeah, it was weird to see it all deconstructed like this. And the chandelier picture. I love the chandelier. I think it's so pretty. So yeah, these are all from the first day. Again, you can see it looks much nicer on the first day than it did the last day, which is kind of backwards. This is taken on the GoPro. Up above, point of view. Down below, point of view. Here's the other side. So, normally on all the other ships, right here would be elevators, the middle elevators and then the forward and aft elevators. They took out the middle elevators and they pushed the forward and aft elevators in. I'm not sure why they did that, but there's less elevators on this one for a bigger ship too. So you do a little bit more walking. Oh, that was all those photos. All right, what do we have next? All right, outside deck. So this is all, deck 11, decks 4, whatever. So yeah, free ice cream and a ridiculously long cone, I thought. It was like super skinny and super long. Obviously, if you've ever been on one, free ice cream is like one of the best parts. See, there's that picture. You can also see, I'm sure there's better ones, just how unfinished, it doesn't have any finish on it or anything. They hadn't stained the deck yet, and it's all messed up. I'm not sure what that picture was. There's the funnel, there's the suite. You can see silhouettes of different construction stuff. That photo again for some reason. Yeah, here's some people standing around. There's the famous graphic I was talking about that they played on this thing the entire time. There's the Rex slide, the Aquamouse. Here's this platform. People will stand on it and jump down from shows and stuff. And then these squares, I have pictures of it. They installed monitors there. So you have this giant monitor and then 3 monitors that they can they did rehearsals for the different shows and they used it as like backgrounds and stuff, without having to have like physical set pieces. And then right here is a pool. Not at the moment, obviously it was covered, but another photo. Here's a wider photo. It's like way too saturated for some reason. Oh yeah, so they never opened Aquamouse. WDI never handed it over to operations. So here's like a picture I got through a door. You can see they have some cool character sculpts. This is the entrance. You go up this tunnel here. I think there are videos on YouTube of the Aquamouse now. They've run it a couple times. Um, but yeah, at the time it was cool to just see something. So this is the front of the ship looking back at the bridge, which is cool. You can see I don't know anything about I don't know much about this, but that's what that is. Here's a night photo. They only installed the monitors transatlantic. Yeah. Um, yeah, sorry. Yeah, they only installed the monitors during the transatlantic. You can see they started on this one. They got a little bit through this one, a little bit through this one, and they have all this still to go. Um, so apparently with the this one was super duper behind, like a complete disaster, I think, behind the scenes. And then the dream was the same way, and then the fantasy was like perfect. Everything was on schedule, but this one was like mega mega behind. WDI is Walt Disney Imagineering. So they design the rides, they design the ships. Um, One of the first pictures I think I showed in the stream. I'm not sure anyone was on yet. Um, I showed off. Yes. So you can see this picture from the barbershop construction picture, and then right here, WDI, special effects, Tinkerbell lanterns. Um, so yeah, they're just the ones that like design and build everything. They're famous from like the parks. They design the rides and stuff. That's just their design group, engineers and whatnot. Which picture was that? Yeah, the Aquamouse is open, but apparently still isn't fully operational. Very bare. Interesting. Yeah, I know they're having issues with it. So like the raft would come to a stop at the end, and then if they didn't unload that person in time and someone else came around, they would go under it and it would push this one up, and then they'd get not crushed under it, but they'd be smushed under it. So I don't know if they're gonna work that out. Obviously, they have to, but I'm not sure how. Another photo. I think this was definitely one of the early days. So the monitor's not done. Um, as always, it looks super duper cool at night up deck. I mean, they have all the different colored lights, but it's very coherent. It's really pretty. Yeah, just a bunch of different angles. It's weird to see it empty, but like you can also see what I was talking about with the decks being all messed up. You can see here, like you can see in like the specular lighting how uneven the finish is, because I'm sure those are stains of something that got spilt or paint or whatever. Photos of the logo on the side of the funnel. Some chairs. Yeah, I thought this was really funny. So they really didn't want you to use this bathroom. This restroom is currently under maintenance, under maintenance, under maintenance, out of order. Use alternative restroom. They taped it shut. They were like, I don't know if like they put a single sign on it, someone went in it, so they put a second sign, someone went in it, so they put like a third and then fourth. I don't know like why they needed all these signs, but I thought it was kind of funny. Back of the ship. I'm always amazed at like how big of a trail these ships leave. I mean, it goes as far as you can see. Just all the water it turns up. Yeah, this is like the very, very back. You can see there's the graphic. There's the lights. You can see a little bit the lights I was talking about being reflected that weren't supposed to be reflected. The monitor is done here. They spent a couple days calibrating it, but you can see that they installed the monitors. There's a guy sitting in the tub. Not the tub, but the pool. They only ever opened one of the pools. I'm sure I should have a picture of that. Oh, yeah, the wake of the ship is insane. this line diverged from where it was supposed to go, which is funny. I'd never noticed that on any of the other ships. I'm sure it's happened, but it's funny to see that mistake. Um, so I tried to get a panorama, but the lighting kept changing because of the graphic, so you can kind of see all the images stitched together, but it's still cool nighttime panorama of up above. You can see no one was on it. I mean, the ship was, there wasn't a soul on that thing pretty much. So, you'd walk around and not run into anyone else, which is super weird. I mean, it'll probably never look like this again until they, dry dock it or whatever. Aquamouse. Weird angled Aquamouse. Here's people running through the Aquamouse. Construction workers are there still working on it. Thought that was funny. Yeah, another photo of the Aquamouse area. The deck is like super messed up here, and it's completely under construction. You can see up above picture. There's that suite again. You can see some scaffolding and stuff. Yeah, the panorama is epic. It's just the lighting just kept changing and kept messing it up. I think I have a daytime one though coming up at some point. Yeah, the graphics do kind of make a neat effect, don't they? It would make a cool wallpaper, especially for this monitor because it's like super skinny. Yeah, this is the kids area. It's a Toy Story themed area, and we got to see them working on that. This is at the very front of the ship. They have this pool at the front, which is, it never opened, but I'm sure it'd be a cool pool to go in. I have a better picture coming up. Here you can see the horns. Different satellites, radars, weather things. Does anyone know? I assume they're like Doppler or something, but does anyone know what these giant white balls are? Because I have no idea. Another picture of the horn. It's kind of cool with all the different like trumpet looking horns. It looks like something out of Animusic if you've ever seen that. Um, and then this horn's a lot more complex than any of the others. It can do like harmonies and stuff. And I believe it's yeah, it's like a different pitch and stuff. A little more accurate. Guess they spent some extra money. Oh, here we go. Nice zoomed in picture of it. See all the little ones, all the big ones. I'm not sure how something like this works, but it's cool to see it. And like I said, it really reminds me of Animusic if you've ever seen that. The 18 individual horns, wow, that's quite a few. Array domes, basically for Wi-Fi and telecommunications. Ah, interesting. Okay. I did not know. I was wondering. So me and Ian called it the orb. We were like, you got to worship the orb because it just look they're big, reflective, mysterious looking things. And then what are these? Are these just like different like radar or weather things, or I don't know. I don't know much about like how ships work. I'll be entirely honest. It's a polyphonic horn with 18 individual ones. It's so cool. I wish Disney talked more about it and explained it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's super cool to hear it. It's super loud, obviously. And I mean it looks awesome. Huh? I like that's in the Mickey head. Yes, Animusic. Yeah, Animusic's great. If you've seen it, you love it. If you haven't seen it, which most people haven't, you're probably confused. There we go. So yeah, here is when they started calibrating the monitors, which took them forever. I would think like LED monitors are pretty common nowadays. Um, so you would think that it would be pretty easy to like just plug and play, but no, they spent a good amount of days just trying to like calibrate these things. And not so successful when this picture was taken. The rectangular ones are for radar. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was wondering what all those different things did. This should be deck 4 with the lifeboats looking down, the different emergency meeting areas. Among Us reference. The track, this one doesn't actually have a track. So if you've ever been on the others, deck 4 has a track that wraps all the way around the ship. This one has a thing but it's got like stairs in the way. And at least when we were there, you couldn't go all the way around. Maybe they've changed that since, because things were closed off for construction. But yeah, we could not walk all the way around the ship, which is a little disappointing because it was always nice. If you ever got lost, you could go to deck 4 and like reorient yourself. But this ship, the way it's designed, is super duper confusing. I mean, the construction made it a lot worse, obviously, because random things that you would need, like multiple floors to be closed off, and you have to go like up and then over and then all the way back down. Um, but yeah, it was kind of difficult to navigate this ship. Oh, not many photos of the lifeboat deck. Yeah, here it is. I always like the lifeboat deck. It's cool to like walk under it because I mean the lifeboats they're obviously nothing compared to the ship, but they're still decently sized boats, so they're kind of cool to walk under. Yeah, the track. So yeah, so it either goes through the spa or you can take the stairs to the front if it's open and go up and around the spa. Both really odd. Yeah, I've seen some complaints about that online. There's the water. There's the graphic. You can see they started working on the monitors. I assume there's like numbers for which each one is. I'm sure that means something to someone. And I don't even know what these patterns are. Cool lens flare in that photo too. There's some seats. Oh, here's a video. Oh, so yeah, this is when they were working on the monitor. Um, you can see they had this as like an overlay. Yeah, I mean they're numbered, so I assume it tells you something. And you can see it's like off-centered and super zoomed in and stuff. So yeah, they still had quite a bit of work to do when this video was taken. Some more night photos. Night photo. Rescue boat picture. There's a camera that, yeah, they're doing, while we were there, they were doing a ton of shoots. I mean, they just closed off random areas and be like, we're shooting here, so you can't be there. They closed off the pool at one point while we were in it. This was the pool that opened right here. I have a up ahead photo, up above photo, I believe. Yeah, so yeah, this is the pool they opened. You can see there's a ton of pools. There's one here, and these are deep. I mean, for cruise ship pools. I mean, normally the cruise ship pools are like 3-4 feet deep. I think these are like 5 or 6. And then they have a pool right here, pool right here. Same thing on this side. And then they have a pool over here, and they have a pool in the very front, pool in the couple pools in the very back, and a ton of hot tubs. So they are loaded up on pools with this ship, which is nice. That's always one of my complaints. The pools are always like super crowded. This one's got a cool water feature. Um, yeah, here's just the plaque saying where it was built. So yeah, it wasn't built in a Bremerhaven. That's just where they took it, I guess. 2022, which is super weird to be on it like the year it was built. Because, in 20 years, this will be like, wow, this ship's 20 years old. But now it's brand new. They didn't have the Disney branded cups when we first got on it. They just had coffee cups, like generic coffee cups. Another pattern to sync up. They had played some movie up here. Another pattern to sync up the monitors, which is kind of funny to see. Yeah, so I guess that's the A row. And then that's the cyan row, the green row. I don't know how that works, but it's cool to see. Here's us heading into fog or storm or something. Again, you can see the deck. Oh, those are rain splotches, but you can see like the inconsistencies in the deck because I hadn't stained it yet. Another photo. Again, you can. This photo really showcases like how empty it was. I mean, this is the middle of the day, and there's a couple of people watching whatever movie's on, but there's very few people up and above. Oh, there's the movie Moana. This monitor is super nice. It's a lot higher resolution than the other ones. It looks really crisp and the colors are good. I'm sure part of that's because it's new. In a month, it might not look as good. Um, but there were, when we were there, you can't see it in this picture, I believe, but there were dead pixels already. So I don't know what that is or if they'll fix it. Wally. Guess you can see the dead pixel. It's somewhere in this area, but I don't see it. No. They were doing the audio for the show, and these are all the audio people and executives and stuff listening to it. They were like blasting the audio. It was insanely loud. So it was the whole show. We listened to it like 100 times because they were just running through it, adjusting the mixes and stuff, but without any of the visuals. It was the pirate show that they were doing. So we got to see them rehearse that night. I don't know if I got any pictures of it, but there's a graphic on the screen and people singing and stuff. It rained here. I think that's the day I was talking about when it rained. Here we go, another panorama, this time in the day. This is a cool shot, I think. fits like perfectly in the ratio of the screen. You can see it empty. There's someone up on the Aquamouse. He would go up here and then climb through this area here, and where he would go after that, I'm not sure. Here's a picture of my GoPro when I was taking a time lapse. There's the suite, another photo. This is the Aquamouse, goes up here, comes around here. More of the front. More of the front. Life preserver. Nighttime photo, or yeah, nighttime, I guess. Dusk. Another cool, this is a really cool panorama. And you can see the that monitor's off, but this monitor, these are finally looking good, and they're playing the graphic. We could not escape that graphic ever. They really, really, really liked that graphic. Another panorama, different aspect ratio. I think this one I took vertically. I took this one horizontally, and then this one, the next one vertically. Some more photos. I took advantage of the rain when there was no one on it. Late afternoon lighting. Yeah, here's some paint. I think they're painting the shower area. Could be wrong. When this photo, it looks like that's new paint. So yeah, it's just super weird to see like all this construction stuff. And there's me in front of that. Oh, this is a good picture of the monitor. Can you see the dead? Yeah, right. No. Maybe that's what that is. I don't remember. You can see the seams in the monitor. But yeah, it's a nice monitor. Oh yeah, so this was the spa area. I don't know what it looks like now. I assume a lot better than this. But they had all the furniture in the spa area just piled up underneath this awning. And it looked like, yeah, there you can better picture them. The world's like greatest pillow fight, I feel like. I kind of wanted to like jump down onto it. They had these super cool round chairs up above you could like lay on. Those were nice. Yeah, this picture is really funny to me. Just look at, yeah, so here's the very front. There's the bridge up there. Can't point to the screen. You won't be able to see it. That's the spa area. Oh, these are like swings, it looks like. That's cool. Yeah, giant pillow fort. I'm just saying, like, that would have been good use for that. They have this camera up in the front. It's not the, not sure what it is, but it's not the bridge view. The bridge view is from somewhere else. And then a bell. I didn't ring it, but I really wanted to. I'm not sure what the purpose the bell serves, if it's an emergency bell or something. So I didn't want to ring it, but cool. There's the camera. I haven't gotten the chance. I meant to look it up to see like what it was. It looks like it's got different kind of lenses on it, so I don't know if one's like an infrared for night or something. It looks like the cameras you see on like helicopters and stuff. Yeah, the bell. Do you know what the bell does? Is it just like, decor, or does it serve a purpose? Because it was cool to see. I really wanted to ring it, but I refrained. I had the self-control. Camera, bridge with the spa below it. Rooms up here, it looks like, which would be a cool place to be, I think. And there are rooms here, which is kind of weird. I wonder what those are like to be in. Maritime rules, all ships about. Okay, interesting. Do you know when it gets rung or no? Another bridge. You can. I wanted to climb this ladder. Obviously, I didn't, but just climb over all the rooms. Yeah, I think the the orb compels a random person each cruise to ring the bell. It enters their mind and says, "Ring the bell." Maybe I was the chosen one, and I failed the orb. I hope it'll be kind to me. There's a rainstorm. Rainstorms on the ocean look super cool. I feel like I like clouds and weather and stuff, so it's always cool to see. Usually for emergencies or signals, such as how they might use it for the horn during the fog. Okay, cool. So yeah, it seems like kind of an outdated maritime rule too, because I feel like the horns are so much louder. But yeah, the bell is cool to see. More photos of the rainstorm. Kind of a cool angle. Sky with the graphic. Could not escape the graphic. Aquamouse with the lights on it. These lights change colors. They did different like rainbow patterns and stuff. Look like someone's PC, like a gaming PC. You can see like it started changing colors here, the orange light, and then traveling up. Not sure what they're playing on the screen there. Yeah, I have a ton of these photos like I was talking about. This is from the veranda. I don't know if I have any pictures of just the veranda, but you can see there's deck 4, there's the bridge, sunset. Here's Port Canaveral. This is, the Disney's main terminal. If you've ever taken a Disney cruise, you've probably been here. It's outdated, mainly tradition now for Officer of the Watch and Time, also fog. Yeah. You can see it as a pretty morning. Not a pretty dock though. I mean, like this is a nice building, but look at look at all that. And I was like, oh, we're home. Here's the stage a couple days before the christening ceremony. That's what it looked like. They did quite a bit of work on it afterward. Obviously, if you watch that on YouTube, the lights look really nice on the Aquamess. I think some of the lights below on the struts light up to create a flow pattern. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing any light animations with those, but I think you should be right about that. This is back in Germany. Yeah, these pictures are all out of order. Cape Canaveral, Germany. Oh, Disney flag, Bahamas, and Germany flag. That's cool. Here's the plaque again. The plaque is cool. Definitely something cool to see, I think, if you're ever on it. Some boxes of furniture you can see there unloading. These stools are cool, or tables, and I'm not sure which. Front pool area. Toy Story kitty area. Thought I had more pictures of it. Yeah, look at all this paint. I'm not sure what they're painting. Maybe it was for this orange here. I think that's a slide under there. But yeah, it was weird to see all that paint just stacked up. There we go. This is probably the best picture I have of the suite and the funnel. You can see it is very much not under construction, and it's very much under construction, and that's what it looked like for the entirety of our cruise. There's the wreck slide, fire hose of some kind. I don't know what these are. They're not real, whatever they are, but I'm not sure like what they're supposed to symbolize. All the ships have them on it. You can see there's a speaker in that one. In one of them near the wreck slide, which is this yellow one here, one of these here is a shower, which is cool. Sorry. My throat is dry and I forgot to get water. Cool lens flare. Yeah, this is like day 1 again. You can see or maybe day 2 because they started putting on the monitors. The slide was dusty on the outside. I think it was the outside. I'm not sure. Probably the inside actually, because it was rain and wind should have taken care of the dust, which is weird because they weren't running it yet. Disney logo, another Aquaman. Oh, this is probably the best one I have so far. So yeah, that's the way upward. Those vents are reminiscent of the older ocean liners from the 1900s, 1940s. They're used for steam ventilation. Disney got inspiration, and yeah, they're just for aesthetics. Yeah, I mean, they look super cool. I've always just wondered what they are. So they're just ventilation, like in the older ships. That's very interesting, I think. So yeah, this was filled with water, and it was like right here where the there'd be a boat, and then they'd come behind it and push it up. The wake of from the raft would push up this, and then the boat would just slip under, or the other raft. These rafts here. Here's a random bug. It's kind of a cool picture. Mosquito. The orb, the all-knowing orb. They had these cool lanterns on this in the adult area in the back. So I got a photo of that. There's a bug on that one. I never noticed that. Lens flare. That's from our veranda. You can see that we are on the front bend looking over, which is cool. Nighttime picture. There's the graphic. Again, the umbrella lights I was talking about that weren't supposed to be rendered, but they got rendered. Each frame took 4 hours to render out of Maya. I'm not sure which render engine. I forget what Maya's default is. But yeah. Is it Octane? I don't remember. You can see there's the pools. Daytime. Same area, daytime. The Aquamouse entrance here. Yeah, I was hoping to see them do stuff, but I think where? There. We only ever saw someone up here once. It was really weird. Like no one ever came out on this as far as we could tell. Yeah, it would have been cool to see them do stuff. Yeah, 4 hours is insane. Um I assume it was a super high resolution, which probably didn't help, and then yeah, insane amount of samples to give it super high quality. Yeah, I mean most movies I think take like 24 to 30 hours to render each frame. And the longest frame I've ever heard to render was from Garfield 2. Garfield had a bunch of fur, and it took like 900 hours per frame to render. Not related to Disney or cruises, but fun fact I have in my head. There's graphic. So I just have a bunch of pictures of it because I saw it so much. It's super duper cool. And they have like a bunch of Disney related stuff. Port Canaveral, Florida. Um, Disney Cruise Line, Disney Wish. Somewhere it says Celebration, Florida, which is where DCL's headquarters are. Disney Cruise Line. Some coordinates and stuff. I'm not sure what it all means. Here's the Toy Story area. You can see they have like character heads here that spit water, I believe. I mean, I never saw it on. Yeah, Slidosaurus Rex is what it's called. Rex Slide is what I was calling it. Yeah, that never ran. I'm not sure why. There's the entrance to the Aquamouse. That's a lie. There's no wait time. I assume something plays here. I like that it's Port Misadventures. That's funny because Port Adventures is like what they call their like where you can book things at the ports and stuff. You can see how deep this pool is. This is one of the ones on the higher decks. Aquamouse, funnel, chair for some reason. Zoomed in. Okay, I'm not sure why I have all these. Aquamouse, GoPro. I think it was taking a time lapse or something. Thought that was kind of a cool picture. You can see the Volta media mod. Aquamouse entrance again. You can see someone here working on it. Graphic with all the monitors. Not sure what all is going on here, but more of that. Rex slide, monitors being synced up. Yeah, there's this cool you'd see it more in person, but there's a hole in the clouds with like volumetric rays coming through. It's cool. Veranda view. Yeah, like I don't know what this thing here is, but we never saw anyone over there, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure why not. Veranda. Oh yeah, this is when it was raining. Not sure the that guy is pressure washing in the rain, which is kind of funny. Life vests with cups in front of it. Funnel, Aquamouse, the steam vents, Aquamouse, front of the ship. Oh, here's in Ponta Delgada. You can see it's a super pretty island. You can't see the top of this mountain. And then you had all these, Spanish style, I guess Portuguese style houses or apartments and whatnot. Here's this is wrong folder. This should have been the ship exterior folder. Here's Ponta Delgada stuff. There's an old church. You can see, I mean, like the architecture is like super beautiful. I like how the surrounding buildings are a similar style. Yeah, this is all in the wrong folder for some reason, but you can see the ship among all the smaller boats, which is cool. A zoomed in photo. There's the Aquamouse there. The entrance. You can see all this construction stuff here stacked up. all the trash being unloaded off the ship. The people doing it. Yeah, so I guess they put it on these mats here. This crane here grabs it and then brings it down below. Veranda. Yeah, yeah, here's a zoomed in picture of the bridge. Again, I'm not sure what this is. It looks like it's a desk of some kind that looks like a light phone there. Yeah, I love how you capture the smaller moments as well, like the pressure washing and the PFDs in that cabinet. Yeah. Yeah, I like taking pictures of just like, I don't know, things like most people wouldn't take, like this and whatnot. It was just cool to see the things. I tried to take pictures of the things that made this one unique, like because everybody was. I didn't get many stateroom pictures, but everybody was going to be posting pictures like staterooms and like, you know, all sorts of different areas around the ship. It was cool to take pictures of like what's something no one else is going to have a picture of, like this is the only picture of this that exists. I just tried to take pictures of different things, um, and for other people's enjoyment as well as my own. Picture of the Aqua Mouse. They finally had it running. They're testing it with sandbags, which I'd never seen them test a ride with sandbags. That was cool. I think I just did like a sports mode picture on the DSLR. You'd see that brighter blue thing. There's the sandbag. I don't know if I ever get a better angle. Oh, there you go. Sandbag. I like the colors in this photo. They have a very like consistent color scheme I like. There's the Rex statue. The entrance to the yellow slide. This is the pool in the front. The horns again. All 18. Life Fest. Life Fest with the sun. Afternoon sun. We like to take afternoon walks because our dinner shift was the 8 p.m. one. So we always got to see like the sunset and stuff. Bridge again. I think this is our room somewhere up here. There's all the pillows stacked up in this ball, the furniture and stuff. In front of the bridge. A lot of these are repeats now on the DSLR. Oh, that's super cool lighting. You can see the furniture's folded up here. I like taking pictures of things in the different lighting conditions, especially because, like I was saying, there wasn't much to do on the ship. Everything was closed, so I had like plenty of time to just go around and take pictures of things I wouldn't be taking pictures of otherwise. But it was relaxing because we could take naps and stuff, and we weren't missing anything because there was nothing happening. I mean, you could sit up deck and listen to construction sounds, but other than that, there wasn't really much to do. So it was a very relaxing trip because I didn't feel like, oh, gotta rush to this, gotta rush to this, gotta rush to this. No, it was fine. I'm not sure I was showing off here. Lifeboats. It's all more of the same, just in different lighting conditions. A lot more of the same. Monitors off here, monitors being calibrated. These are all GoPro pictures, you can tell because they're kind of bowed fisheye. That's Ponta Delgada from our veranda on the GoPro. Oh, there it is, gone. Yeah, here you can see they had this pool open. Oh, this might have been when they were lifeguard training. Not sure. I think that's what's happening here. This is lifeguard training. I thought this was a cool picture of the slide. I really like the colors because look how bright this blue is against like the super yellow slide. Here's the circle chairs I was talking about. They're nice because they have this table here, and then you can sit here, spin around on it. It's fun. Oops. This one's super blurry because of the high shutter. Here's the toy store area at night. They finally started uncovering things. It's really cool how it's all painted because it's all painted to look like, toys, and it looks like it was sewn and stuff. I like that. That again, Rex statue. Just a picture. There's a lot of people out and about right now, so I forget. This might have been like Castaway Key Day or something. So all these pictures, I have a camera. Here it is. It's called a paper shoot camera. It's supposed to imitate like a film style. And so you can't like see the pictures at all. You just kind of take them and then hope for the best, which is kind of fun. And these are I don't have an SD card in it right now, but these are all pictures from the paper shoot camera. So that's why they look like they're taken on film. It's a digital camera, but you can see it really has that film look to it. And I think it works well. Like the film look works well on the ship because they're kind of designed classically. They look, turn of the century, I guess, kind of style. And with the different colors and stuff, I think it looks nice. So yeah, it's all just more of the same. There's me with the paper shoot camera. Yeah, I like that picture with the warm colors and the warm afternoon lighting. The orb, the almighty orb. It blessed me with a photo. There's a selfie. I like what it does to like at least my skin tone, where it makes it like red on that side. I don't know, it just kind of looks cool. Some different photos. Yeah, the stylized effect is really neat. I don't rely on it only because you have to have the picture, the tried to say filter and picture at the same time. You have to have the filter on it. So, if you wanted this picture not with the filter, you can't. But I'll usually like take a picture on my phone and then take a picture with this just because I like it. It works well for the cruise. I think it works well for like vacation style photos. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I had that picture earlier with the DSLR, and it just gives it a cool lighting effect. Look at that. That's super cool. It has different color filters on it too. And I think I'm switching back and forth between them. Some more. These are, I think they're inflatable lifeboats, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we're at Castaway Cay here. Lifeboat deck, Castaway Cay. Yeah, I brought it on a Castaway Cay, and these pictures I really like. I mean, I think these are exactly what this like aesthetic was designed for. And look at this blue here, and like I was talking about way earlier, um, you have like the bright teal against the dark sky, and then the bright of the ship and the dark of the ship. I love that contrast. Saturation, yeah, it does give watercolor vibes, doesn't it? It's a really interesting filter. Oh, this should have been an exterior as well. Whoops. I believe that is all the photos from outside decks. We should be, yes. So have I gone over? I haven't gone over Castaway Cay, so I have the restaurant folder, and then I'll do Castaway Cay, and then that'll be it. Let's just see what this. Oh, this is outside of Marceline. So yeah, earlier I showed a horizontal monitor with this graphic on it, and it was the wrong orientation, and a vertical monitor, and it's the wrong orientation. So you're obviously still doing work on that, which is funny. All right, so first we'll start with 1923. So here's some more cells, like we were showing off earlier. You can see, they're prints, but they're still cool. It's a cool dining area too. Some sketches down here, concept art and whatnot. I thought that was a super cool frame from Peter Pan. And it was cool because they had the cells, they had the different sketches, and then they had like props and pencils and stuff. I thought it was really neat. The design for these restaurants is super cool. Yeah, look at this. There's a 3D printed maquette, an old fashioned camera. Oh, a deer model. That's really cool. There's them. I've seen this picture quite a bit. I think this picture is pretty famous, but they're drawing the deer, the different animators and artists. Some more art supplies, more sales. Here, yeah, this is the picture. You can tell it's 3D printed. So you can see like here in the foot, you have these like the bands. Kind of tell. It's kind of how you can tell. Yeah, that deer model is cool. Cool sketch. Yeah, I haven't seen One Man's Dream at Hollywood Studios, but yeah, the design is super cool. It's cool to like eat, with all this stuff. The cat sketches, these people, Beauty and the Beast. There's some paint, which is cool. Here's some of the food, tortellini. Don't remember what all of the names were. This was like a strawberry Sprite mix drink. This pasta was super duper good. It had mushrooms and stuff. I like that. Dessert. Um, Filet mignon. There's the plates. I really liked the plates for 1923. They're super duper fancy. It was an all around a cool restaurant. I don't know if it was my favorite. I'm not sure which one was my favorite, but I really liked this one. Probably this one, honestly. I like all the animation history and stuff around it. That's what the tables look like before you sit down. Chicken. There's the dessert menu for this restaurant. Yes, pause there if you want to read all the stuff. What was my favorite here? I liked the almond cake was good. The cheesecake is honestly really good. I think my favorite might have been the almond cake if I recall correctly. It's like a little museum featuring a lot of Disney's older work from the old Alice cartoons, models of the parks. Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. I think I would like that. That's the tapioca. Here's the food menu. I really like the tortellini. That might have been my favorite appetizer. It was interesting because it's supposed to be a 4 day cruise. So this was an 11. Like this ship was designed for 4 day cruises. This is an 11-day cruise, so we had the same menu every day. Um, the corn chowder was good, and the tomato soup. I had both of those. Yeah, that was the pasta I like. I liked. Circle chicken was good. It was all good, obviously. 1993 is such a gorgeous interior style. Definitely my favorite. Yeah. Had my favorite menu. Ooh, that's a good question. 1923 had a good menu. We only ate at Marvel once because it was only open for us to eat there once. I forget what I got there. I'll be honest. And then I think my favorite dish was the first one I had at Arendelle. It was meatballs, and it was super good. But I think overall, I like 1923's menu the best. There's the menu. It looked like Hollywood lights and stuff. It was. I just really liked 1923. It was a cool experience. I started eating, and then I remembered to take a picture of that. There's the Sunday. There's us with our waiters. We had like 3 sets of waiters on this cruise because it was so long, and they were training people in all the restaurants. So we had a ton of different waiters. Um, we had the guy. He was a video shooter who took this picture, and he was saying the picture's good, but we need a little bit more light. And her name here is Luz, which is light in Spanish. And so the guy said we're gonna need a little bit more light, and she said I'm Luz, which I thought was a funny joke. I took this picture because this was the fish, I believe. I forget what fish. I want to say tuna, but I could be wrong. And it was really weird, like how the light cast through it. I like that. Appetizer. There's a shoe. Sketches. Dessert. This was the cheesecake. This could have been my favorite. This was super duper good. And then more pictures from the paper shoot camera. I thought this camera worked well in this environment, because 1923 themed, and it's supposed to emulate film style. I had it on the wrong color setting though. I had it on the blue one, but it should have been our waiter should have been on the orange one, I think. And yeah, that's all the 1923 photos. Yeah, that's a cheesecake right there. It's like the cheesecake's in here, and it's coated with like caramel, and you had the crumble around it. It was super cool. Did you see like all the cells and animation stuff, Val? I feel like you'd like that. All of these, the maquettes that were 3D printed, sketches, deer model, maquettes, You can see the bands on it from it being 3D printed. Yeah, that was 1923. Super cool restaurant. Next we have Arendelle, the Frozen themed one. The Arendelle show never ran while we were there, so we never got to see it. Specialty drink. Forget what this was. I remember liking it though. Yeah, the stage wasn't finished. You can see like the speakers and stuff. You can see there's the restaurant. I'm sure there's a lot of like Frozen lore back here that I don't know about. I mean, I've seen the movies, but not in a while. There's the entrance sign, which I thought was cool. Oh, these are the meatballs I really liked. The pasta and meatballs. The pasta was weird how it was served. It was like all rolled up, but this was delicious. I think this was my favorite thing I had the whole time. Let's rotate this. I'm not gonna pretend like I know. I think that's why I took a picture because I like that name. It's Swedish. Oh yeah, this Sunday was super duper good. Wow, these pictures are the wrong orientation. It was mint chocolate chip ice cream, which I like, and a lot of people don't. And there it is. And it had surprised me with marshmallows at the bottom. I don't know if it says that in the description. Oh, it does. She wasn't paying attention. But yeah, it has marshmallows down there, which is good. There's the restaurant again. You can see like just how empty the ship was. I mean, look at all these empty tables and stuff. It was insane. This almond thing was really good. Pirate menu. Fruit cobbler. I had some of the banana bread. That was good. Forget. I think this is the cheesecake tart, but I could be wrong. Maybe that is. I forgot. Different food, desserts and stuff. Us with one of our other waiters. You know, we had different waiters. A bunch of different waiters. Matching shirt and hoodie. The bathroom again for some reason. The pirate menu. What did I get? I think I had the chicken, which was good. We only got the pirate menu once. Some more food. That was good. Scallops and shrimp pasta. Another picture of the interior. Sign again. GoPro photo. Same thing. Oh yeah, the ceiling wasn't put in yet on the first night, so they had all these cables running through. I'm not sure what those cables are for, but thought that was a cool picture to take. They have foil here, almost looks like tin foil or something. I'm not sure if that's like insulation or what the point of that is. Is that photo? Kind of cool. They had leading up, you know, it was like a super long hallway all the way to the back of the restaurant. And they had like, you know, paintings from the movie and stuff. All right, those are, that's Arendelle. Next we have Marceline Market. So this is, I don't have many photos from here. This is Cabanas. So they had yogurt or yogurt. I think that's in German. These cool flower things. I thought these made cool photos, like pointing out, taking pictures of it. These were on the ceiling. Mickey waffles, of course. I got this tray of pastries that were all exactly the same color. They had, yeah, it's kind of like a toy themed restaurant. I think this kind of symbolizes like the whole, the whole like going on the crossing experience. Like so much stuff was not in use, all summed up in this one picture. There's the Marceline Market entrance. Cabana's equivalent. Yeah, there's the flower things I was talking about. I liked those. Those were pretty. And yeah, I guess those are all the Marceline pictures I have. All right, Marvel. I'm sure that's what most people want to see. So it was under construction most of the time we were here. You can see roped off there. There it is in there with the doors open. You can see the construction happening. They had these cool reliefs outside of it, which are neat to see. Better picture of the construction happening. You can see these are the signs that are still covered up, I assume, to protect them. And then there's the entrance to it. Monitor here. Oh yeah, this is, so we had our assigned table, our assigned like dinner thing, and then we got this notification that we could go eat there, 8:15 p.m. World's a Marvel restaurant. So they finally opened it up and we were able to go. It was a technical rehearsal. Um, if you want to see this show, I can paste the link real quick. I have this uploaded on my channel. It is my most popular video. It like completely exploded. Yeah, it has 319,000 views, which is like absolutely insane. Here, I'll just paste that in the chat in case you want to see that. You should watch it after this though. So yeah, there's a picture. There's the thing where you press during the show. They have the quantum thing. They have you press the buttons, which is fun. Kind of interactive. Here's a WDI, Walt Disney Imagineering. They were there, make sure everything was running smoothly. I think they're testing things with these down here. Yeah, it was a cool restaurant. The lighting effects were insane, which I always like lighting effects. I mean, yeah, you had these panels on the wall, these up here in the ceiling. It's cool. It was low light, so it's kind of hard to take pictures. Yeah, I got the, so the whole theme of the restaurant was that they could grow and shrink things. So I have the jumbo shrimp, and it was just this massive singular shrimp. It was delicious. If you like shrimp. Before the show, they were playing like clips from movies and stuff. And they'd have like character, and then they'd show clips related to the character. There's the pasta. That's how they serve all their pasta, like rolled up like in that tube, which is funny. It's delicious. I mean, I love it. Cookies, tiny cookies. Dessert menu, top secret. So yeah. What did I get? I feel like I got the cheesecake, but I don't remember. I liked this. This is kind of cool theme. Was the restaurant big? It looked small in photos. Okay, so yeah. This is one of, I believe, 6 sections. So it was this and then that. So it was, this section was small. They only had one section open. Section was small, but there's 6 sections. So the overall restaurant was massive. What other jumbo items were there? They had the mini cookies and the jumbo strip, and I think that's all they had, if I recall correctly. This donut could have been, Sunday donut could have been big, though I didn't see it. So there could be more that I just didn't see. Onto Marvel, there's the sign, technology showcase. Tonight's dinner is a technical rehearsal. Another photo of the restaurant. There's the dessert I got. Forget which one it was. All the tables. Yeah, that's when it started clearing out. So I got this picture of it nice and empty. Got a bunch of pictures of that for some reason. You can see this wasn't finished yet. I think this is supposed to be like a door of some kind, like an energy field door. How was the dining experience? Boring, fun, annoying? No, it was really cool. Because there were the videos. The videos weren't annoying at all. I didn't think. I guess I could see like I'm not a Marvel person, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was funny and entertaining. I could see how like if you just want a quiet dinner, it would be annoying. But they weren't too long or intrusive. Their timing, the way they played it during this was off. Like it's kind of funny because I think it was supposed to play in between each meal, but either the servers were behind or the videos were playing too fast. So they were like, "All right, you guys go eat your dessert at the end of the show," and we hadn't even gotten our dinner yet. But no, I didn't think it was boring or annoying. I thought it was entertaining. It was fun. If you did it too many times in a row, it'd get boring. But again, there's 3 restaurants. It's a 4-night cruise. So I don't think you'd ever see it more than twice. So yeah, I liked the show personally. I thought it was fun. Another picture of the relief. These reliefs are cool. Oh, and that's all the Marvel pictures. Yeah, and Arendelle has a show too, which isn't, it's interesting that 2 of them have shows. But I never saw the Arendelle show. This is the only picture I got from there's outdoor places you can eat too. And I made a fry hot dog. I put fries on my hot dog. I was proud of that. So I took a picture of it. What do we have left? I think we're coming to an end. Yeah, I already went over the stateroom pictures. So now I just have Castaway Key pictures. So these are all like non-ship photos. So yeah, that's all the pictures from the ship I have. See, that's they're preparing. They had a welcome to Castaway Key because it was the ship's first time at Castaway Key. I don't think they do. I haven't seen that before, so I don't think they normally do that. Helicopter pad. And they had like noisemakers and stuff. It was cool. Castaway Key is a super pretty island. I love these pictures. Did the workers think I went in? No, when I made the hot dog? No, I don't think anybody saw it, luckily. So they probably would have thought I was genius and added it to the menu. You could order like the Jeremy special. But yeah, I don't think anyone saw it. There's a bird. Got super close to it. It's cute. And also, it's not insane. It's literally genius. It was delicious. Yeah, there's the hot dog that would eventually become a fry hot dog. Oh no, this is Castaway Key. I'm mistaken. Sorry, different hot dog. The seagulls. I don't know if it was like the season or if because it's been a few years since I've been on a cruise, um, but the seagulls on this island this time around were insane. Like they nothing held these guys back. If they wanted something, they absolutely got it. They were the most violent seagulls I had ever seen. It was hilarious. I think the island is losing the battle against the seagulls. Did the ship ever blow the Hornet castaway other than the Horn battle? Yes, they did test it out. I have a video of that too. I'll put that in the chat if you want to see that. They played a bunch of different songs on it, and it was cool to see. I would order it. I'm a visionary. Thank you. It was delicious. It was like it added like a little bit of crunch, but not too much crunch. And fry flavor is already good. And ketchup on the hot dog. It was great. I highly recommend if you ever get the chance. What did you do at Castaway? I've always wondered what people do there. Okay, so I mean you can walk around. It's beautiful. They have like we didn't get much time there for some reason. We were behind schedule, like everything else. So yeah, you eat. They have a nice barbecue. It's good because it's now on the other ships they don't have like this kind of like it's all fancy food. So it's fun to have like sloppy food for lack of a better word. But now they have the outdoor areas up above, so they do have this kind of food on the ship. But normally this is like a special treat at the end of your cruise to just have like a different type of food. Yeah, so yeah, you walk around. There's snorkeling you can do, which is what we did this time around. There's bike riding you can do. There's boat rentals. We had a boat rental, and the people we were supposed to rent the boat from just didn't show up. So that was interesting. Um, you can walk around. What else can you do? There's a bunch of other stuff you can do. You can swim. There's like a slide you can go down. Trying to just go through the pictures, remember it as I go. There's the view of the island. What do we have here? Oh, there's like a stingray lagoon. If you've ever been to SeaWorld, there's like stingrays you can pet. They have that here as well. And yeah, it's just a beach island you get for a few hours, and there's no one else. It's Disney's private island. It's a cool panorama. So, you can. It's usually not that crowded, especially this time around. There's no one on it, but we only got like 3 or 4 hours on it. Seagull, evil seagull. These are evil seagulls. Umbrellas. Yeah, you can see these people are just hanging out in the water. There's hammocks. Cell tower. Not sure why I took a picture of that. These are GoPro photos. I like this. I really like the colors. The green palm trees, and then the saturated umbrellas, and then the hammocks. The colors of that photo are great. Okay, yes, I have been, because my dad works it, we get free ones every now and again. So I've been on quite a few. I've been on the Fantasy and the Wonder, and I can't remember if I've been on the Dream or not. We were debating that. I don't think I have been on the Dream. I think just the Fantasy and the Wonder. So the Wish doesn't really get fair treatment because everything was under construction. So I haven't seen the Wish in its full glory. But I think right now my favorite's still the Fantasy. It's the biggest, so there's like the most to do compared to like the Wonder. Until the Wish, it was the newest. There's a show, and but yeah, the Wonder I did not get to see it in its full extent, so it didn't get a fair shot. Yeah, I only got like a second in the hammocks because we were doing different things like snorkeling and swimming and whatnot. But yeah, the hammocks. I mean, they're as comfortable as hammocks are. I feel like hammocks aren't like the most comfortable thing in the world, especially like the rope ones. But they were nice. I would spend some time in there. They had these ropes to like keep the seagulls out. You can see the strings here. They did not care. These things were malicious. They would just come in here and take like I saw one choke down a bone, like just eat a bone. These things like they had nothing to lose. They were going for everything. They have little shops on Castaway Cay. But yeah, I've been on quite a few cruises, and I've only ever been on Disney cruises because those are the ones we get for free, and those are really fun. I like them. It'd be nice to try out another cruise line, but we're not going to pay for a cruise when we get them without having to pay. So there's a fish. Meant to ask my friend what type of fish this was. They have some sunken stuff. Some of it's like actually sunken stuff, and then some of it's like props. Obviously that's a prop that they sunk down. I honestly don't know who that is. What movie that's from? Val, do you know? Got a bunch of pictures of that Mickey thing. It's supposed to be like the front of a ship, which is kind of funny to me. Like you're on a cruise ship, and then this is obviously supposed to be a sunken Disney ship. So we're like, wait a minute, is that something we really want? It's like a submarine looking thing. No idea what that is. That's like an actual sunken ship. I mean, I don't know. I I think they planted it there, but it was an actual boat. See, that's Prince Eric. I knew you'd know. Thank you. When did I go on the Fantasy? I went on the Fantasy last in 2019. Um, I had been on it. I've been on it I think once before. I forget. I'll be entirely honest. But yeah, 2019 before COVID was the last, and then this was the first cruise I've been on since COVID. Prince Eric from Little Mermaid. Thank you, Val. There's another fish. I didn't know there's stuff at the bottom. Yeah, they used to be not marked by anything, but this time around they're marked by buoys. Another fish that's upside down for some reason. Um, so you can go to each buoy and see the different stuff. It's fun. The snorkeling's cool. There's a slide you can go down. I have video of it. I don't know if it's in this folder or not. There's the ship in all its glory. Oh yeah, and they when they're at Castaway Cay, they test the lifeboats, and so you can see that's a lifeboat either being dropped into the water or raised above. I'm not sure which one. Another view of the island. I just liked the colors in this. I like that gradient from the deeper blue to the sand color. I think it's kind of cool. Palm trees. Palm trees. No, there's not a lot of fish there. I mean, there's a few, but not like super vibrant fish. I suspect the water is like super toxic from the amount of cruise ships that go there. Here's a fun fact if you didn't know. The one ship in a year creates more pollution than all of Disney's parks put together. So, that's the four in Orlando, that's the two in California, that's in France, in Japan, Shanghai, Hong Kong. All of those ships make more, one ship makes more pollution than all of those parks, which is insane in a year. Um, So this water has to be super polluted, I imagine. So there weren't too many fishes, but they like to hang out in the stuff that's planted around um, the reef and whatnot. Did they ever test the alarm on the Wish? They didn't test. I don't know if the lifeboats, but they every morning they would do drills, and so they'd set off some alarms and do drills. I have video of that too somewhere. I might upload it to YouTube. These are all on the paper shoot camera, Castaway Cay stuff. Yeah, cruise ships are so polluting. Yeah, this one's supposed to be the Wish is supposed to be a lot more. Oh, I really love this picture. Eco-friendly. Um, I think it uses natural gas, which burns cleaner and stuff. But they're ridiculously polluting. I really do wish they would find a way because they're fun. I mean, cruises are great, but they're awful for the environment and they're destroying the ocean. So yeah, I do wish they would make more eco-friendly ones because it'd be nice to be able to go on a cruise like guilt-free, knowing you're not like contributing to the end of the world. I really like these pictures. These are super pretty. I love the colors too. Some more stuff, just generic stuff. This could be, yep. So that is all of the photos I have from the cruise. I hope I have some more videos to upload. Yeah, I will upload the alarm. You're recreating the ship for a game. Oh, that's super duper cool. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure I get that uploaded. Um, and yeah, that game's cool. In the comments, you should put like a link to something where we can see the game. That'd be fun to play. I hope these pictures helped, especially like the ones of more obscure things. Um, maybe I'll make an album somewhere to upload all these pictures so that people can see it, like a blog post or something. Um, yeah, these pictures will be cool to have in like 20 years. See, like, wow, like how much has changed, like where it started and stuff. Um, but yeah, that's all the pictures I have. I hope you enjoyed going through these with me. I certainly did, although I wish I brought water. Did a number on my throat. Probably be done talking for the day. Um, Streamed for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Got 74 views. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support too. Like that video, it was insane. That one video, the Marvel one, just completely pushed me over. It got me above 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm a bit above that. Um, it was absolutely insane. So I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'll give it a try, but I created an alternate channel called Jeremy Cruise Line. I couldn't come up with a more creative name. Maybe that'll change in the future. Um, I'll put the link down below, which is just I think I'll upload like all my cruise stuff here because I'm trying to like make my channel a little more consistency. Um, more consistent, because it's like such a random um bunch of videos. Maybe like keep my personal channel for personal projects and then put all this stuff somewhere else. Um, Thank you for subscribing to the second channel. Yeah, I'll definitely upload more things, maybe like picture slideshows and stuff. I have more videos to upload too. And then maybe I'll do like news style videos where I say, this is happening, stuff like that. And then obviously upload more stuff as I go on more cruises. I should be going on more in the future. Um, an album would be cool. Yeah, I think I'll definitely do a blog post where I just put like maybe put up all the different categories, have them sorted so it's not like 1,000 photos in one blog post. But yeah, I'll post about that when I do get that up. And yeah, I enjoyed your commentary as well with the different facts and stuff. That's super helpful. Thanks for engaging, all of you. It was fun to have people to talk to, and different facts and stuff. Yeah, I do wish they would sell reef safe sunscreen on board, especially on a cruise ship. I think they should have that obligation. Um, yeah, I mean, they should do as much as they can to protect, the environment in the ocean because they're literally, being sent out into the ocean. But yeah, hopefully they'll make some changes in the future. Maybe we can start a petition for that or something. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me today. I had a lot of fun showing all this. I really just got to talk about vacation photos for 2.5 hours, which is always fun. Um, yeah, I'll get those albums up. I'll paste this channel if you haven't seen it into the chat so that everyone, if you're interested in the cruise ship stuff, subscribe to that channel because that's what it'll be. Maybe I'll re-upload all my stuff that's on my main channel to this one. Um, and yeah, I can do different cruise content. I think that'll be fun. Maybe just see how that works out. And then this channel, subscribe, and I'll continue posting my personal projects. My animations, various gameplay stuff, slide vlogs, game development, whatever else I post on here. Um, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all soon. So long, guys. I gotta